Hello everyone, and welcome to our English learning podcast. I'm Mona.
And I'm John. We are so glad you could join us today.
Today's topic is very important, and that is visiting the doctor. We'll talk about health and common phrases you can use when you see a doctor or talk about your health.
Health is something everyone cares about. And knowing the right words can make visiting the doctor much easier and less stressful.
Before we start, remember to subscribe to our podcast, leave a review, and share this episode with your friends who are learning English.
And please, write to us in the comments about your own experiences visiting a doctor or any health questions you have.
John, why do you think visiting the doctor is important?
Well, Mona, visiting the doctor helps us stay healthy. Doctors can find out if we are sick, give us advice, and suggest treatments to make us feel better.
Exactly. Sometimes, we visit the doctor even if we don't feel sick, just for a checkup. This helps catch problems early.
Right. And it's normal to feel nervous before visiting the doctor, especially if it's your first time in a new country or clinic.
Yes, but knowing some common words and phrases can help reduce that fear.
Sure. But before we start our podcast conversation, let's know a few phrases and their meanings that we are going to use in this conversation.
Let's start with some important words and phrases that you might hear or use during a doctor's visit.
And also, we are going to use the relative image for the illustrations.
Vaccination. That means a shot to protect you from illness.
Symptoms. That's the signs or feelings that show you might be sick.
Diagnosis. That means what the doctor thinks is wrong after checking you.
Prescription. That means a paper from the doctor to get medicine.
Follow-up. That means a second visit to check if you are better.
Fever. When your body temperature is higher than normal.
Medicine. That means the pills, liquids, or treatments to help you get better.
Pain. That means the feeling when something hurts.
Nice. The person who helps the doctor and cares for patients.
Clinic. The place where you see the doctor.
Cough. When you clear your throat loudly because you are sick.
Allergy. A bad reaction to food, medicine, or the environment.
Appointment. That means the scheduled time to see the doctor.
Blood pressure. That means the force of your blood in your veins.
X-ray. That's a special picture of your bones or chest.
Recovery. The process of getting better after illness.
That's a great list. Knowing these words helps you understand what the doctor says and explain how you feel.
Try to use these words when talking about your health or visiting a doctor. It will make things easier and less stressful.
And remember, it's okay to ask the doctor to explain something if you don't understand.
Let's listen to a conversation between a patient and a doctor. Mona, you'll be the patient, and I'll be the doctor.
Sounds good.
Let's start. Hello. Please come in. What brings you here today?
Hello, doctor. I've been feeling tired and have a headache for the last 3 days.
I see. Do you have any other symptoms, like a fever or cough?
Yes, I had a slight fever yesterday, and sometimes I cough a little.
Have you noticed any pain in your chest or difficulty breathing?
No, I don't have chest pain, but I do feel some pain in my throat.
Okay. Have you taken any medicine so far?
I took some painkillers, but they didn't help much.
All right. I will check your temperature and listen to your lungs now. Your temperature is a bit high, and your lungs sound clear. I think you have a viral infection. I'll give you a prescription for medicine to reduce the fever and pain.
Thank you, doctor. How long will it take to get better?
Usually it takes about a week. If you don't feel better, please come back for a follow-up appointment.
I will. Thanks again. That's a typical conversation. John, do you want to explain some phrases that we have just used in this conversation?
Sure. For example, what brings you here today? Means, why did you come to see me? And follow-up appointment means a second visit after the first one.
John, have you ever had to visit a doctor in a foreign country?
Yes, once I had a stomachache when I was traveling. I was worried because I didn't know the local language well.
How did you manage?
I used simple words and pointed to my stomach. The nurse was very kind and helped translate for me.
That's a good idea. Using gestures can help if you don't know all the words.
What about you, Mona? Any doctor visits you want to share?
Yes. Once I had an allergy reaction after eating something new. I went to the clinic, and they gave me medicine quickly. It was scary, but the doctor was very helpful.
Now, let's practice how to describe symptoms. Mona, I'll say a symptom, and you repeat after me.
Okay.
I have a headache.
I have a headache.
I feel dizzy.
I feel dizzy.
My throat hurts.
My throat hurts.
I have a fever.
I have a fever. That was great session. When you visit the doctor, you might want to explain how you feel emotionally too.
Yes. Sometimes people feel anxious, scared, or tired when they are sick.
For example, you can say, I feel worried because my symptoms are not going away. Or I am very tired and can't sleep.
That's important because doctors want to understand your whole health, not just physical symptoms.
John, are there any cultural differences people should know about visiting doctors?
Yes. In some countries, you need an appointment to see the doctor. In others, you can just walk in.
Also, some cultures expect you to explain your symptoms very clearly, while in others, family members might talk for the patient.
Good to remember. And always be honest about your symptoms and feelings.
And remember, it's okay to ask the doctor to explain something if you don't understand. Thank you for listening to our podcast about visiting the doctor and talking about health and feelings.
We hope you found it helpful and learned useful phrases. And write to us about your doctor visits or health questions.
If you like this episode, please subscribe and share it with your friends. Goodbye, everyone.
Stay healthy and take care.